Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Lawyers Infohub. It's always a pleasure to create content on this platform. So today we're looking at embracing criticisms as a lawyer. Now, a life that has not been criticized is a life that either is not doing well or a life that is not influencing. Yes, people will always criticize you when you have something to offer. And criticisms in the area I'm talking about is from the place of love. Even if it's from the place of hate too, it will help you if you understand the intricacies, it will help you become better. Now, as a young lawyer, as an old lawyer, you're working for yourself, you're working for someone, it is important you understand the concept of criticism. Many people have lost their place in their career trajectory or career growth, or have lost their place in their workplace because of the negative energy they throw at criticisms. When you are being criticized, you must understand why you're being criticized, what you need to work on, and why the criticism is also very unnecessary. Now, as a lawyer working for someone or working for yourself, it is important that you subject your work to criticisms. Criticisms brings out the best in you. You've done a legal job, you've drafted the process, and you've taken it to your seniors, depending on how you work or where you work, for your team lead or team head, makes you feel so worse. More like when your thesis or your project is being supervised, and your supervisor writes on every page, and you begin to wonder, did I even do anything? That feeling, yes, I understand it. And if you don't know how to open your heart to accept criticisms, it might stall your growth. You might be the one halting your growth. When your work is being reviewed, when you're being criticized for not getting it right, there's this zeal, there's this eagerness in you to know what you should have done to make it better. In learning what you should have done to make it better, you're growing, you're becoming better. A time will come where you'll be in a position to review other people's work. Now, what makes a lawyer impeccable is that lawyer who allows his work to be subjected to criticisms, receive the criticism or reviews with heart, looks through them and understand what exactly he is supposed to do right, get them done, and when the work is out, people begin to praise him or her. People begin to admire the work, not knowing that that work has gone through maybe it's 5 stages of criticism, or they will call it the fire of criticism. So you must understand the role criticism plays in your life, in your growth pattern, and in making you better. But there are a lot of people, when you correct them, like in the workplace, they stop talking to the supervisor, or they start, they're not friendly, their facial countenance changes, they don't even, because of the way they receive that criticism, it blocks off that person who criticized from even further commenting, or when they see you do something wrong, they just turn a blind eye. Not that they don't want to talk, but they know that you will not receive it from the place of correction. You will not receive it from the place of love. So they will leave you to do what you want. And you see, if you're in such environment, you see that they'll stop giving you work. Very soon you become redundant. You're just like follow. You're not being given work as an independent person. You just begin to attach yourself to other. Maybe your tenses is what was corrected, or the way the sentences, or the way you couch some languages or some words, or the way you put out the letter to say, no, this is below standard, can you rework? Or, a lot of things. You do a process, and your boss is telling you this process cannot fly. Nonsense. Sometimes you're demoralized. Sometimes you feel like my efforts are not appreciated. I know that you put in a lot of work, many hours in the work. Don't be troubled. A time will come that by the time you do a work, it is near perfect. It is perfect that other people begin to copy your style, to grow. So So there is no one that is above correction. There is no one that is above criticism. So you must understand why you're being criticized. Take the correction, remold yourself, reform, and not launch back to become a better person. If you see people that don't take correction, reviews, criticism, they are not growing, no matter how. Because when people see that, they're like, this one, and you see, they keep making mistakes. And when people see their work, what they are doing, what they've done, like this is not right. But when you allow yourself, especially if you're under someone, but for you who is not under someone, you can get people around you to help you review your work. You're working on your own, you can get seniors who you are friendly with. You say, please, senior, from time to time, we bring in my work for review. It takes a lot of patience to review another person's work. So when people review your work or when your work is being criticized, don't take it with levity. Don't take it from the place of pride or from the place of anger, or from the place of this person does not see anything good in you. It is even better the person doesn't see anything good in you. Fine. The more the person corrects you, the more you learn, and you're learning faster. Before you know, you become an expert. There are some people, when you read their processes, when you read their arguments, you begin to wonder, where do they breed from? Who trained this person? That person is a product of consistent criticism. That person is a product of correction. That person is a product of review. That person is someone who listened, who understood why he's being corrected or she's being corrected, and who taking those corrections. So it's about being corrected, about taking in those corrections. So, and the attitude you put up when you're being criticized can deter the person criticizing or the person correcting you to become better. And when the person withdraws from you, you have lost that help. It's a help. So, one thing I've made up my mind to do since I became a lawyer was to take in correction. I've seen corrections that made me feel worthless. I've seen corrections or criticism that made me feel like I didn't know anything. I've had people correct me in a way that I almost cried. I've seen people correct me like in a way that I feel like there's nothing in my head. But when I took in those corrections, I launched back, and the person, they all became proud. And working on your corrections is very important. So don't take it in the place of this person doesn't appreciate me, this person doesn't love me. Take it aside. If you want to grow, you must embrace criticism. If you want to grow in this profession, you must embrace correction. You say something, the way you approach, the way you talk, the way you work, your written work, anything in the way you carry yourself. When you're being corrected, you take it in love. Don't, no matter who is correcting you, just take it as a repositioning. Take it as this person is seeing where I'm going to in the future. Take it that this person lost me. Even if there's other things the person is doing that makes the person you feel the person doesn't care. Just see it at that moment that this person cares. And I'll tell you that by the time you take in these criticisms, you become better. You become better. Many people do not have that opportunity. They do not have time to correct younger lawyers or other people's work. So when you see people who are patient enough to look at what you're doing to correct you, then value it. It is more than gold. It is worth it. Many people don't have that time to correct another. They don't have that time to look at what even there's some seniors that they just really delegate the work. But if you're in a place or you're opportune to see people correct you, review your work, then sit back and say, I am blessed. You can't go far if no one corrects you. And you see, when someone is being left to behave anyhow, destruction is on the way. Destruction is on the way. You see someone correcting the way you argue in court. You see someone correcting the way you draft. You see someone correcting the way you approach. You see someone telling you do this, do this, do this. You must make up. See, if you're not embracing criticisms in your practice, in your life, in your career growth, then there's going to be a problem because you won't be able to be mentored. You cannot be mentored because you are the Father, Son, and God of yourself. You are the Almighty and you cannot transgress. And if you see people that have that mindset of I know it all, they don't know anything. But if you see people that just tell you I don't know it, I'm willing to learn, they are the masters. So If you want to go far in this career, in your career as a lawyer, in your growth, you must be intentional about embracing criticisms. That's what reforms you. You bring out the best because you want to always let the person know that I can be better. That the thing you taught me the last time, those corrections, I took it in, I understood it, and I am implementing it. Even you as you are, if you correct someone and you see changes, you feel good. Many young people that have risen so far, if you check that trajectory, if you check them well, they were open to criticism. You can't know it all. At some point, you need help, and be open to help when it comes. Because when you block your heart from criticism, when you block your heart from corrections, you find it difficult to accept it when you see a genuine one. So be free to give out your work for others to look at. You're writing something, give it someone to look at. Don't even if it's your colleague, someone of your age, of your class, your status, don't feel bad when they say, "I think this is not right. I think you should do it this way." It's just to make the work fine. So have a heart of collaboration, have a heart of networking. That way you'll be able to receive whatever you're getting from others, as help in your growth process, not repelling them to make them feel, well, why should I waste my time on this person? So, friends, this advice, please take it in your work as a lawyer, in your career growth, in anything you're doing as a legal practitioner. Embrace criticisms, refine it, look inward, look at what you're not getting right and become better. It is about growth, it's about excellence, it's about getting it right. If you have any question, please drop them on the comment section. We have other content on this channel that are very helpful, very, very, very helpful. So go through them. I know you will enjoy. You can't be in this channel and don't enjoy yourself. Go through what we've done before, all our videos, and ask your questions, drop them, click on the like button, subscribe. You have yet to subscribe to the channel. For our returning subscribers, we thank you. We thank you. We appreciate you for always coming back to check what is doing on the channel. We are really very grateful. I see you and know that you can always be the best wherever you are. Do take care.